Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another day of PUBG Europe Contenders. As always, you've got me now back in the hot seat, joined by Mr. Cormac, aka Imperium, to bring you all the action throughout today's 4 games. And as always, we're switching things up just a little bit. We're going to start with 1 Erangel game, 2 Miramar, and then finally 1 Sanhok. So just to even out the numbers and keep these players guessing. They don't want to be comfortable today. They don't want to give them multiple ways to get this done. But yesterday was interesting, Cormac. We had PG18, who were looking a lot stronger overall, right? They started to have a better performance in their own ability. They came away with the win on the first game, getting 23 points. But then 4 Kings, they may be bottom of the scoreboard, which they were yesterday as well, but they racked up 28 points in total on the second game. Then as we went over towards Miramar, and this is the one that really shocked us, it was Tempest. Tempest currently now sit in 8th place, but they got 21 points on Miramar, and then went and got a 20-point game on Sanhok. Can they keep that going, though?
I'm sure they can. Momentum is a wonderful thing. Of course, you're going into another day, so it's a night to rest. But Tempest, it's not just the fact that they got 2 chicken dinners. 45 points in 3 games. That includes the first game getting 0 points. And you could even argue in that second Erangel game yesterday, they probably should have gotten that chicken dinner. We talked about it at the time, so it kind of makes you think, could have been the first 3 chicken dinners in a row. Could have been them climbing the tables even more. But coming into today's games, I'm sure they'll count on it once again.
And you saw Red Foxes on those standings there as well. Yeah. And even though they didn't get wins yesterday, they were regularly getting the kills. They were getting active, and it's helped them push their way all the way up. And that's what this point system happens to do as well. You don't always have to be within the top 8, because if you can get a lot of kills alongside it, then you should be able to rack up a decent amount as it goes through. But as you do know, these points, they are unforgiving. 1 point for 8th and 7th, then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 10. A big jump, which is why first place is vital. And hopefully if you've got to first place, now we've seen this before many times for PUBG, that teams will be able to get a win, but then maybe not the kills alongside it because they stay a bit more passive or they snake about. Well, that's exactly what Tempest wasn't doing yesterday, because they were getting active, they were getting aggressive, and they were rocking it, which enabled them to not just take the wins, but get back-to-back wins alongside the kills with it. But to Cormac, 4 more games today, as we said. Look at all the times on your screens. We will be kicking things off very shortly. It's more scary now, though. They were at 24 matches out of 32 for some of these teams.
12 games, 12 chances, essentially to get as many points as you can. And it's the fact that there's only 32 points dividing 3rd place and 12th place.
That's wild.
Nothing. That's a chicken dinner and a half. That's the guts of 2 chicken dinners. That's really nothing racking between these teams. And you talk about kind of placing points and kill points. MJ-Esports, they're the team with the closest difference between placing points and kill points, getting 51 placing points and 52 kill points. If they can just increase their aggression, get a couple more kills while keeping those results up in the higher standings, I can see them also climbing the table.
Well, we are going thick and fast into this one. The plane's not too bad. This will give everyone where they want to go. We're going to be starting all the way up at Zaki and make our way down to Milta Power.
So we're seeing these teams starting to drop out straight away. A couple of teams will look to head towards north and south. George Paul, and then possibly between Hospital. And of course, you're going to have these teams, likes of 4 Kings that like to go to Promorse. They're going to have to change up their drop location. No tag team actually going to Zaki, keeping it rather safe, because them as a team, they're currently lying 12. They're on 99 points. Again, it's still very close, but from what we've seen from no tag team in previous phases, I'm not going to say it's disappointing, but we've seen them do a lot better. They've yet to really hit that high mark, to hit that kind of ground running going into any of these days.
And the thing is, when you're talking about no tag team, when I saw Nailep was on this roster now, I'm thinking, cool, that just adds even more firepower. This should be a really even better team. And still, they can't seem to quite get it together. Now, obviously, when you do change a member of the team, things have to be looked at in terms of roles, where people like to play, how they like to play, because play styles are a big thing in PUBG, especially when you've got such a small, intricate squad with just 4 players in there, such a large map to work your way around. You do need to make sure that everyone can be kind of at ease and also have good communication alongside it as well, because the comms are incredibly key. And, well, we haven't got too many teams over towards the west, and that's quite lucky this time, because it's gone far over towards the east. We've got about 30% water in there alongside it, maybe even 40, depending on how good my eyesight is when we split down the middle of this. But overall, this could end with quite an interesting style, because if it continues to go out east, which it can before it gets cut off by the water, then we could see very limited room, which you know what them games deliver? Lots of kills.
Yeah, and also because a lot of teams are already kind of inside the circle, And because of the plane trajectory, a lot of the teams drop down towards the south side of the mainland, which means getting into circles, if you do want to avoid any kind of early action or potentially being taken out in a vehicle, you'll want to kind of go on a bit of a deeper rotation up towards the north and head into the circle from the northeast side and kind of stay relatively safe. But these teams will know that they'll know how to react, loot up a bit, and then get into a center compound inside the circle.
Now, one thing that I will note here for everyone as well is I spoke yesterday how I hadn't got much sleep and just arrived.
Yeah.
I went to the doctors today. I've cut up all my throat. It's ruined at the moment, so I'm going to try and not cough down the mic as much time as possible and then allow Cormac to take over. But I'm just pre-warning everyone that death could be upon me. Not literal death.
If I hear someone, if you hear me say, "Is someone ring 911?" You'll know what's happened. But the show must go on. James, an absolute trooper, working so many days, no days off. And, of course, if you want to check out what is going on in terms of in the map yourself, you can check out the map stream. Just go !map and click the link, and you'll have a separate stream for yourselves. As James had talked about, and I've done it myself when watching PEL, I'll have kind of one tab with the main game and one tab with the map stream, just to give me an idea of where these teams are located and how they're rotating into the circles.
And it just gives you, if you're a keen PUBG viewer, right, it gives you such a good idea of what's going on, gives you an idea of where your teams are currently going and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where you can get so much more information, which helps us massively as commentators as well. Now, this is quite interesting. Clip's been seen there by Al Rain, but he's not looking to take the shot just yet. You can see he's having a scout around, and this is possibly because he is on his own and doesn't want to maybe attract the attention of all of the Tempest players. But it's also one of those waiting games. He's got the information to play with now, and maybe depending on where the rest of his team are, he'll be able to say, all right, cool, you need to go over this way now, and we have an idea of which position they're taking now.
It's just scouting each other out, kind of touching the water with the toe and just seeing what the temperature is, making sure it's okay to put your full body in. But yeah, they're just kind of playing it super safe as you see Jokers rotating. And we've seen the first knockdown actually come out. Okay, bro, taken out, and the first kill going over to GRISHKAPOWER for 4 Kings. Not going to be the best start that 4 Kings need going into this day 2 of week 2. Every point is going to count, and when you're a 3-man team going into later stages, it's going to be a little bit of a tougher time. We did see at least 3 teams drop towards the Milta power plant area, so it was going to be tough for the likes of 4 Kings. And Northern Lights, they had a very tough day yesterday, having 2 games in a row with 0 points. They'll want to make up for it.
Yeah, it was not a good day for them, and they'll be charged up and ready now, looking to make good on their mistakes from yesterday. And actually, given their position, right, we obviously saw that just go down then, but where they are at the moment, this isn't too bad at all, because they're not in the big cluster of teams who are focused on the centre, right? Because they're the ones that are most going to fight each other if it does rotate out towards the east. So Northern Lights are nicely on the edge where they'll see other teams rolling on by, but also they can take a bit more control for themselves over here.
And I'd said a few of these teams that had kind of landed will look to go up northwards and head into the circle from there. That's exactly what No Tag Team are doing. Of course, they landed in Zarki, but ELGIGANTEN, they landed in Georgepol. It's much safer and easier for them to head up north, but they will potentially kind of get a little bit hairy to each other, so they have to be very wary and very careful as they look to rotate into the circle and find themselves a nice position. That's a tree.
It's all right, just parking up.
Okay, fair enough.
Rest it against it, why not? Any additional cover you can get for the vehicle.
Yeah, exactly.
On No Tag Team, we spoke about them earlier. They've already rotated in nice and fast coming out from Zarki. They were one of the first teams to drop, so remember, they would have had all this time looting, and that means they'll have everything they should be able to want and need for the foreseeable future, and it depends on where they're going to go from here.
But you got to ask yourself.
Oh, no, the tab. He took one shot and realised maybe this isn't the best idea because he was being fired back at very fast by the brute force players. It's all well and good being out this far in the open and taking a few pot shots every now and again, but you got to be very careful. You do have cover nearby, and I don't mean just that one vehicle. Yeah,
and kind of especially when you're on your own. Scouting is great, but just don't. It's not worth. It's not worth putting yourself under that much pressure. You end up either potentially getting knocked down, as we've seen EPM from Team Unique. O'Connell with that mini 14.
That's more like it. That's what we want to see from No Tag Team, right? Plucking him out the car, finishing him off straight away, unique with no chance to react. Nicely done. Look, they've got the kill and they've got out of here. Don't hang around. Don't stay, because you'll be heard and you'll be seen. But Kissick, he's already getting put under pressure here by the Wildcats. And actually, there's a Wildcat right in front of him as well. BSD's proned and ready. He seems to have an idea, but he didn't know where to look or where to turn. Fate's going to find Gezzo, but the nade's going to come out as well. So it's a back and forth for now. And this is currently benefiting the Wildcats.
It is for now. Faultlessly, though, is kind of flanking around. Going to find a better angle potentially on these simple Wildcats. Fate did get knocked down all the while. BSD hiding, prone down behind that vehicle, looking to heal up as Arctics is just in front of him, jumping up and down, finding that angle as Faultlessly. As I said, he flanked around, has managed to knock down Lazar.
Now BSD and Arctics, they were ducking and diving around each other there. Damage being done, BSD's able to get the job done, but it's not going to be enough because the rest of the team from BetterLuckNxTime are able to finish them off. And you see what was key there? Wildcats went for the flush, got that first kill on them. Yeah. But then they put too much attention on that flush, and it allows the rest of them to work the advantage. So yes, you should flush. Yes, you want the extra 1 kill point for sure. But you have to look around you. That fight, that was a full 4v4. So you haven't got really the time to be looking at doing that.
Talk about not having the time. Okay, Dorian and the rest of the team moves looking for Red Foxes. A kill comes out on Jevles. KnorkiS is there. No, KnorkiS gets knocked down. It's going Red Fox is not having the best of start to game 1. As KnorkiS is now going to be taken out, leaving, I believe, just 1 member of Red Foxes left. Try and find out, but and the revive will come out onto Hawkeye, leaving Team Oops as a 4-man team. Team Oops very well supported in the chat, so their fans will be very happy with the engagement for now.
Oh.
As yet, Metabay is the only one that's left standing onto Red Foxes.
And what did we say just earlier about Northern Lights? Oh, their position is so key. Well, when the circle did go out west, it didn't go off to the east where it could have quite likely gone. It was an option for it. It means that the water has been cut out now. And look at how many teams are going to have to make this rotation. Now, PG-18, ELGIG, who else is in there with it? A few teams there, right, on this side can make it out. But they've also got another decision to make. If maybe we stay here and wait for all the other teams to rotate in front of us, because they're still in a good position. But the teams that went far off towards the eastern side, they're the ones that are going to struggle a bit more now, because there's multiple teams who are going to be sat there and ready for them. And Metabay, I thought the same as you. I thought that was a shot, but it wasn't. Ended up his vehicle was still rolling and hit him as he jumped out. You hate to see it.
You hate to see. We have seen it a couple of times. As I talked about yesterday, we saw it with 3D Max in one of Miramar games. Back in Group A, they knocked 2 of their members out in an engagement against 4 angry kids, and that did affect them taking that squad fight. But yeah, Red Fox is out in 15th place. As we have 14 teams, 52 players left to go.
Zolta's on huge potential. They're taking a few shots. And this is what huge potential are doing. They're one of the teams that have opted for this, is watching the rotations go by. See where they are, see what they can spot, and try and do a few extra bit of damage to really put the hurt on some of these teams making their ways over. And you never know, you might pluck them out of vehicle on that rotation.
Well, knowledge is power, they say, James. So when you have the knowledge and the information of where the teams are around you, you're able to help shape and dictate your own position in the future phases and go, okay, well, we knew that this team was here to the north. We knew this team was to the west of us and to the south. We can now go where we want to and avoid or engage and get those kills.
Oh, Hugstar's going to be so careful, but he was too late to the party. He wanted to jump out, but his car was set ablaze, and huge potential looking to do more and more damage here. Zoltas is going to find the one onto Ojala, but it's going to be stolen away. HalloSenpai, he comes in and says, no, actually, I'll take that one. I saw him on the floor.
I do love a cheeky kill steal every now and again when it comes out. It's just kind of like, okay, well, you do all the hard work, and I'll just take the points for my team. Thank you very much. But now the 3-man unique team unique, going up against Dies, Wanderers, and Recurrent. We talked about PG-18. Didn't have a good first week, but yesterday, a lot of extra points. They seem to build that synergy with their 2 new members joining on.
It's happened to OK, bro. He was the player from Northern Lights that was down at Milk to Power on his own. So he was always going to have an incredibly tough time to make it weird to the rest of his teammates. A good effort, but no, it will be picked apart eventually. And Tempest, they've got themselves a good area to cover here. The rest of ASM, though, they're opting to be proned out in the open for now. I'm guessing because they were probably undershot from some of the other teams located nearby. Who that is, we're not too sure just yet, but we can see Northern Lights and Huge Potential both close.
Because with Northern Lights, what they chose to do is the 2 compounds that are in the fields of Yasnai or just around the fields of Yasnai, they've occupied those 2 compounds. Now, Deep is on his own, so there is a chance that if he gets rushed by a 4-man team that he will get taken out, but he's still able to provide a lot of information, a lot of intel on where the teams are around him to the rest of his team, and pop the shots off as his phase 3 circle has once again gone west. A lot of teams cluttered around the northeast side around Yasnai.
Now, a double Western hard shift for the circle.
Oh, good.
Northern Lights now are even going to find themselves not completely there for it. ELGIG was straight away going dead center because they know when you get to this point that there's plenty of options to have, but they look like going to meet up with a better luck next time, guys. Who's going to fire first? From what we're seeing, just looking at the map stream, it is that the better luck next time boys are going to start engaging early on.
But you do see KnorkiS firing from a distance, so it's ghostar and MOORPHEUS in the house, and then a better luck next time, Faultlessly and Arctics going in, trying to avoid those grenades.
Nade goes up, but nobody goes down. Arctics and Faultlessly, they're keeping themselves hidden and alive. They want to make sure that they engage on this correctly, and they need to activate as a team. Problem they have now, though, is the rest of ELGIG are starting to join in, and that's a really good start. Lots of damage done by MOORPHEUS. He can't get the finish off, but he's taken on both of them at the same time. Plenty of damage being done. He finally gets some return fire from Faultlessly, who's at the top of the building, but these nades are going to barrel out towards him, and he might not see it because it's come from the side. Faultlessly could end up paying the price. MOORPHEUS gets knocked. There's no fire come back just yet, and ghostar, you got to be careful of those ones, buddy. Throws the nade up and ends up bouncing back towards him.
Yeah, MOORPHEUS just bit off more than he could chew. Paid the price. All the while, Tempest, Hjort, taking out another member of Airstation Mike in the distance. So that's going to be Airstation, down to 2 players. So MOORPHEUS was confirmed by better luck next time.
So ghostar. He's now backing away. He doesn't want anything to do with this. Marcelek getting in the vehicle as well. KnorkiS is further towards the back, which means better luck next time in this engagement has won the duel. They've got the kill, and they didn't lose any players either, despite coming up under heavy fire. And now even ELGIG are being fired at by other teams from across the map as they're all trying to group back up. Remember, you've got to keep this stuck together. And the great thing is, if ELGIG had all their 4 players there, they might have been able to fight better against better luck next time. But the problem they also had was, had they started to have a bad engagement, they would have had KnorkiS there who'd already secured a compound for them. And look at on the map, there's not that many compounds that are going to be left after this next circle.
Yeah, but it's only a Wizard Tower, which I'm surprised that the remaining members of ELGIGANTEN have gone back to that Wizard Tower, because we know that, it might be in the next couple of phases, but 3 players in 1 Wizard Tower, that's asking for 5, 6, 7 grenades to be thrown in that direction just to get taken out. So in the short term, that's going to be good for ELGIGANTEN, but in the long run, it could cause a bit of trouble down the line.
Talking about trouble, Standing's looking to cause a lot of it, but he's not able to hit all those shots just yet. He got a few tags on, but can't commit to the frags. Standing, he's looking for the options. He wants to do as much damage as possible here, but he also knows that his team do need these additional kills. Now, the new circle has decided to pop, and rather than go all the way west, we've gone down a little bit further south, more over towards the east. But again, ELGIG, they're still in it. Better luck next time, still in it. Northern Lights just on the edge. They've nearly been cut off finally. Tempers have got themselves in a nice spot. The same has ASM, but all of the MJ-Esports guys, they're now going to want to join up with Mini, who's got himself a full compound. Problem he has is if any other team challenges for it, he's currently on his own.
And because a lot of these teams chose to go in the north side, chose to be in Yasnai, and the circle's gone away, it's open field. There's no more compounds available, and the second they look to go south, they're just entering open territory, waiting to be taken out. So the likes of No Tag Team, PG18 and Unique, they should look to rotate hard left or right to get into the circle from the south area. All the while, Tempest looking for a huge potential, popping off the cars, blowing up Zolters and Alrain. Just going to be able to try and survive, because you also have MJ-Esports in the center of the circle, popping shots in their direction.
Standing, he cannot survive at any point here. Like, he's done really well, all fairness, but like, he took shots himself. Now he's had to make the rotation. He's got all the PGA team was shooting at him. He's blasted off on the motorbike, but A little bit close, too close for comfort. And here we go, run into another team. Why not? And this is what they're doing. They're just waiting for it. Huge Potential aren't even in the circle just yet, but they want to try and annoy some of these teams and maybe throw them off guard.
Oh, going right into the path of Tempest. Hani takes advantage of it. Standing gets taken out. Yeah, it was always going to cause potentially a bit of trouble. Greg gets taken out. Neek get eliminated by Huge Potential and go out in 14th place.
Oh, the boom. He's not going to stand up for too much longer. Caught with his pants down on his own, and HalloSenpai will pick up another kill there. He's been doing the damage for his team so far, and brute force. They have the bridge and they have the area, and this is awesome. Even my producer is looking after me. I'm getting drinks brought to me so I don't die on camera. I've been hitting the mute button while Cormac carries away. I'm really surprised it's not being picked up by your mic at times. Just slowly sat here dying.
Breath by breath, counting it down until the end. The room gets darker. Sorry, was that a bit too morbid? Now PG-18, they're rotating down from Jazza right into the center as GR Hawk from Huge Potential, who are still holding on. They have Tempest around them, but because they have a bit of a 2-2 split, they're holding a lot of solid angles, which means they have vision, they have awareness, they know where the teams are around them, and they're playing it safe.
PG-18 though, how safe can they play it where they are? And this was what I said. When these circles started popping, there's going to be limited compound. There's currently not enough compounds for the amount of teams that are still left within it. So they're having to do options like this where use the blockade of vehicles, throw down some smokes, but that'll only keep you safe for so long, especially if you're not right on the edge. You don't want someone sneaking up behind you.
And you only have 13 teams. We haven't even hit the 20-minute mark. If you're using 4, 5, 6 smoke grenades this early, when it gets later on, you're going to have absolutely nothing. And you're going to find yourselves being pinched or blown out sooner rather than later. But now Nailup will let grenade connect. Not quite, goes a little bit too far. O'Connell and Nailup split with a counter grenade. Comes out in the direction of Tab. Goes right in between the two members of Jokers. Does not connect. It's a 4 against 2. Will they overtake the compound?
Problem here is that they don't know how many people are actually left.
Yep.
If no tag team had an idea there's only 2 in there, they would be rushing forward right now and taking them down completely here. But Nailup, he goes down to the hands of Moon. Comes in, he's looking to do some more damage here. He didn't actually take much damage back himself. He's got 85 health, but that's not the molly you want. That's less than ideal. He could be end up burning himself to a crisp here, and he needs to be very careful.
Fell into a burning ring of fire, near enough, as 2 members of Huge Potential get taken out by Tempest. The circle has shifted. It's gone a little bit more central. 4 Kings get eliminated in 13th place by MJ-Esports as Recruit from PG-18 gets eliminated. And the whole of PG-18 gets eliminated. The hands of...
Oh, wow. So quick. Moon, he is doing God's work for his team there. He's putting all the knocks in. He knows he looks to get the finishes off. It's Nailup who's left close by. Will he be able to pick that one up as well? Moon, single-handedly looking to do as much as he can for his team. Nailup right on the edge, and Moon's just taking extra spraying shots. You can see he's feeling incredibly confident with this. The tab's still up as well, but brute force are looking to get involved. And poor Nailup is just prone on the floor thinking, what on earth do I do from here? Because I am completely pinned down, and only Jokers know where I am.
Yeah, brute force looking to join in on the fun. Would have heard those shots, trying to make their way into the circle themselves. You also have BetterLuckNxTime are inside the circle in that compound, popping off towards these 3 teams as Arctics is looking to vision up as no tag team do get eliminated. It was only a matter of time, right? They couldn't do much more to survive, going down to the hands of Hawk.
And that's what happened to them after fighting in the open, right, against Jokers. They didn't manage to push into the compounds, and Jokers having those compounds are able to do so much more. Problem here now for Jokers, they've lost 2 men. It's only Moon and the tab up, and they're now have to deal with the brute force boys who are looking to now take this away from him. So one fight may have stopped, but another one comes in, and the tab, what the hell? He died to Nailup, who's already just gone. No tag team are out of it. So he must have not been picked back up.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay. A little bit awkward for them, and now Moon is going to have to try and keep himself going. But remember, this northern side of the circle is very contested in just one area. It's the far northwestern corner. Have 3 different teams already and waiting, and Elgig not too far away.
Yeah, we do 2 remaining members of Huge Potential going up against MJ-Esports. Alrain to get knocked down, leaving... No, that's going to be elimination coming out. MJ-Esports just being too powerful in a 4 against 2. Stratus and Mini holding out. 2 members remaining right now as you have Team MOOPHEUS in the western side ahead of them as the circle shift comes out, leaving Airstation Mike, Tempest, BetterLuckNxTime, and KnorkiS from ELGIGANTEN inside the circle.
Now, this isn't too bad for Moon. It's not the end of the world because the circle actually isn't that far away from him. If he can let BF and BetterLuckNxTime fight this out, then he might just be able to sneak his way back in and just go for some placement points. He's only one team away from at least getting something additional here on top of the amount of kills he already picked up for his team. So there's great potential for this man.
Oh, we do see the 3 men of Team MOOPHEUS rotating down south. They would have been aware that there was a fight going on in the previous phase, and knowing and keeping an eye on the kill feed would have been aware, but now Airstation Mike are getting a little bit closer, even though they are inside the circle, so it could be a bit of a 3-squad fight. We'll see how that does plan out as Double knocks down Mini. Stratos with that Mini 14 actually got Tempest, which is in the opposite direction, so to speak, and just wasn't looking where he should have, I suppose. And that could go against MJ-Esports. Yeah.
Well, Moon's done it now. He's crept his way into 8th at least, so how much more can he get done here? BetterLuckNxTime still waiting for this all to go down. Brute force. They've slowly started to approach this compound. AmerouuS is still prone and checking behind him, which is smart, but they're not in the circle just yet. Moon now needs to try and make a decision on how he gets out of here. He is crawling ever so slowly, but he doesn't want to engage in this surely. And actually, no, he starts taking a fight with Maken. He has a look up.
Wow.
He actually finishes him off. Brute force, what are you doing? You shouldn't allow things like that to happen. Moon, confident as ever. And it doesn't matter that he's on his own anymore. He's like, okay, they've made top 8. Can I get another kill? Hell with it. Why not?
Of course. Points mean prizes, and when it's kills, it's just a free point for yourself. But now he's gotten into a circle. He's using the edge of the road to his advantage to just kind of hide behind, and he repositioned himself after getting that kill. So very calculated play coming out from the Moon as Arctix finds HalloSenpai, says goodbye my friend, as Brute Force get eliminated by BetterLuckNxTime. And now Team MOOPHEUS are rolling in. This is going to be K-Door and Hawkey. Double. Yeah, Virgil Birdo in the distance. What can Arctix do? Fate is hiding behind the wall, just peeking. Finds Doubles. That's going to be the first knockdown for BetterLuckNxTime, followed by the second knockdown.
They're going to go straight in with that finish off. Hawkey's next out of it. His teammate looks just around the corner. Nicely done. Damage being done. Trades being killed. But they need to react fast. Instantly, Fate's on top of it. And this is so, so good for BetterLuckNxTime. They have turned this around massively here. They were stuck down in one compound for so long. They fought Jokers. They fought Brute Force.
Yep.
And now they've still been able to deal further damage here and keep themselves going.
And just to top it off, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, they are inside circle for this next phase, and on the edge of it, every single other team is in the opposite direction. They only have to worry about 180-degree perspective as Northern Lights do finally get eliminated. It was a tough call in the fields against Airstation Mike and Tempest.
Yeah, Northern Lights. They started off better than what we had seen them do yesterday, but 7th's not going to be what they would have wanted because they know they've got to play catch-up. They've lost their first place position yesterday, and that was key for them to hold on to. Now Tempest, back-to-back wins yesterday. They're one of the few teams that have 3 players left alive. And they're now in a pretty good spot because, yes, this area is very open, but they've got the hay bales to hide behind. Wookie Bookie, though, instantly goes down. It's Elgig that's able to do the damage.
No.
Marcelek's also chiming in. And this is the only downside, is that, yes, you can prone. Yes, you've got a bit of cover, but you're also available to be seen from every single angle. So even though you use a hay bale to hide behind, there could be another team member from another team coming off from the left, the right in front of you. You have no idea, so you have to keep your wits about you at all times. Awareness is so, so needed.
It is, especially because they've been in the fields for quite a long time in this game, so at any point, any of the teams around them would have spotted them out. But Glebe, we saw him pop off yesterday. He was so active in a lot of the engagements. Does find one member of Airstation Mike.
Clip going for those fast shots. He can be such a deadly man when it comes to it. Reggie is just looking at him as he keeps poking over. Clip has no idea. Misses the headshot, and that's not how you want to get it done. Going to jump on top of the motorcycle, but will Reggie just finish him off? Fate was ready for it, though, and he's actually going to have that stolen away. So a brilliant shot comes out from Fate, and Reggie was just waiting down. He saw Clip multiple times and then just says, all right, cool, I'll get the extra kill.
6 teams, 10 players left. 3 men of better luck next time. Moon still going for jokers, being the knight in shining armor for his team. We've seen jokers pull out that kind of gameplay before in previous games where they've had one person left standing and they've just survived until like the top 4, so to speak. You have 2 members of ELGIGANTEN, 2 members of Airstation, Mike, Reggie Birdo, and Hjort.
So Moon is actually still close to the circle, which is great for him. He can just prone his way down a little bit further, but hopefully there's something high line. He's letting everyone else fire off here as MOOPHEUS will go down. Reggie, he was miles away from the circle anyway, so it would have been difficult regardless. And now we have 5 teams left, but better luck next time with such an advantageous position here.
Yeah, but can't count out. Oh, actually, I was gonna say you can't count out Airstation Mike and Caster Curse comes out. They get eliminated at the hands of both Hjort and better luck next time. So it's ELGIGANTEN, Tempest, Jokers, and better luck next time. It seems like this is better luck next time's game to lose. They have the compound, they have the wall. It's prime position on the edge of the circle.
Well, the thing here is, better luck next time. Yes, they have the numbers, but ELGIG, even if they did have the same numbers as them, can't really fight this because they're so far out in the open. The only problem better luck next time do have is if Moon wants to get cheeky and kind of start to challenge them a little bit, because he's the solo player, but they're unaware of him. They're the only team in that section that never dealt with Moon. They watch him take down multiple players, but they probably have no idea by now where he actually is. Hjort's going to be taking his time, though. And he's going to eventually start to move in. But his whole game here is, okay, I'm on my own. I'm just going to be careful. I don't want to be seen. So better luck next time. And ELGIG, they're going to be fighting for quite a while. And ghostar, he'll land the headshot, but that's all he's going to get. First aid kit, instantly going to be popped.
It's still helping ELGIGANTEN, right? You might not get the knockdown. You might not get the kill. But the headshot, the health damage coming out means that it's just going to push better luck next time back a little bit. We do see Fate and Faultlessly kind of rotating down south just to try and spot them out. We are in the final circle. It is going to close in now in the next couple of seconds, so it's going to be these 7 players who's going to come out on top.
We've got our lovely solo cam on Moon as he hears everything that's going on and looks to try and center up as possible. But if they move faster than before him, it's going to be a very interesting position for him to fight from, because it's going to be picking and choosing what he wants to do. As Hjort, well, he's prone. He's snaking his way forward. Fate is right in front of him. And this could be a problem, and it is going to be a problem. This is the advantage they had. Faultlessly instantly tries to reply. Will put Tempest out in 4th place. But great effort from Horf to even get 1 in that. But now this is really evened it up. ELGIG have a huge chance here.
It's going to be 2v1, and we know what what was formerly the powerful roster, now ELGIGANTEN can do. They popped off in the Phase 2 Contenders stage, and then KnorkiS and ghostar just going to look to react, proning themselves down. But we can't deny what Moon can do from Jokers. Can he be the secret weapon?
The huge thing there, right, is that Hjort killed Fate. Fate's the one with 8 kills at the moment.
Yep.
But Faultlessly, he's looking to get more to his name. He's had 4 already. He's looking for the 5th. He finds the knock onto ghostar. KnorkiS is hanging around there. Lots of shots coming his way. And ELGIGANTEN to go down in 3rd. And this means Moon has effectively done what he needed to do best, but he won't get another kill. 16 for better luck next time and the win. But you got to say, Jokers, they were on their own on solo player from 9 teams left in it, and now they walk away with a 2nd place plus the few kills he was able to get. Moon was a solo beast. He walked away with 3 kills.
Yeah, like we even saw him be a little bit sneaky and get 1 kill onto Brute Force, which you can say was partly the cause why Brute Force got eliminated later on in the game. But you got to say, if KnorkiS, or any of the other ELGIGANTEN had gotten a knockdown onto the 2 remaining members of Better Luck Next Time, that possibly Moon could have gotten the chicken dinner. But because they survived Better Luck Next Time with little to no health being taken, it was that 1v2, and there's nothing really much Moon could do in the end.
Better luck next time, though. Really good stuff from them.
Yeah.
They got a bit of circle luck, right? They had the compound for a while, but you saw what they did smart at the end. They decided to push out of that compound and go in for the fight a bit more, which meant that they weren't just going to be pinned down. And they spread themselves, even when losing Fate to Hjort, who was just sat around waiting for them. They were still able to do a lot of damage, and a big win for them to pick up here.
So Jazza trying to run and got taken out. And though the circle shift from kind of the east down south outside of Yasnai did cause a lot of trouble for the 2 or 3 teams who went into Yasnai, and you know, they did their best to rotate. I've got to give credit to Team Unique because they actually went into the blue zone and down on the east side of the circle at one point. And if they had gone a bit more down south, I actually reckon they would have survived. But they went in the circle a little bit too early and got taken out by huge potential.
As you saw, right, the first kill that I think BetterLuckNxTime got was when there were still 14 teams alive. So they were fighting non-stop throughout this game to end up with that win. So really good from them. We just saw a glimpse of what the Joker's team, and mainly Moon, was able to do there as teams were rolling up on them. And this is what was impressive, just how many teams took the fight towards Jokers, and yet they managed to still walk away with second place on a solo player. But they held off people from a compound where, remember, they had 2 buildings. So normally you'd want to group up when it's like that. But they still managed to do it on a 1v1v1v1 when they were having to take these fights. So very smart stuff coming out from them overall. And even this one you just saw there on Maken. Just the fact that Moon was completely outnumbered, he still took the confidence to get an additional kill point.
And he did have, his position did kind of really help him, right? Because he had, as I said, the side that road, there was that little dip. So after he got the kill onto member Brute Force, he was able to prone himself back down. And because there was a lot of action going on around the fields, I don't think anybody, you know, whether Brute Force or BetterLuckNxTime kind of had any chance to respond in time, and then he was able to push on through for the rest of the game. But Rigoberto did great work for his side, Team MOOPHEUS. They engaged onto BetterLuckNxTime as a 3-man team, but I gotta say, you know, BetterLuckNxTime dealt with them so effectively. It didn't even last that long. That squad fight was just like 1 knock, 2 knock, 3 knock, kill.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. We said there was a chance for ELGIG to come back into that, but they had no hope whatsoever once BetterLuckNxTime got started. And you got to say, really impressive stuff from them to be able to just take control of this game. But can they do it for another game in there? And Tempest, you've got to give them a good amount of, I guess, praise to a sense, because yes, they didn't walk away with a huge game, but because of the kills they were able to get off the back of those 2 wins, that's 11 points in total. So they're going to be loving life right now.
Well, you said could they continue it on, and that momentum has, of course, pushed forward. But BetterLuckNxTime, 16 kills, 10 points, 26 kills. That a ridiculous amount of points. They fully deserved it. It's going to help them in the overall standings. ELGIGANTEN finally starting to, you know, find their momentum, of course, get into a better rhythm, getting 10 points. It's double digits, but this was the damage dealers. Fate, Faultlessly, top 2, 800 plus damage each. It made sense, followed by Marcelek from ELGIGANTEN also getting 800 damage. So it's actually rare in a game to see 3 players getting 800 damage each. Normally you might have 1 with 800 and the rest of the players will be 500 to 600.
And even this, right, with the kills, it just goes to show it was a really good effort from him. You think Moon's the closest to them, and he's on half less than what Faultlessly was able to do.
14 out of his 16 kills came out from 2 BetterLuckNxTime players standing out right now, and this is a head-to-head. 2,300 damage, 16 kills. The conversion rate might not be the strongest, but you're not going to complain when you get that many points.
Yeah, I think realistically the conversion rate doesn't matter too much when you're able to do that much damage and that many kills. It means that you were active. You weren't just picking kills off from afar, right? This was a team effort of getting the job done. And this is where the problem is, like Fate, yes, you got 8 kills. Fantastic. 8 knocks, 8 kills. But you've also got to say, your teammates are also taking those shots and doing the damage. So we do focus on kills in many senses of what PUBG has to offer, but everyone knows it's the team actions that get the job done at the end of the day. The thing that is impressive for me is that Fate was able to get the 3 headshots, because headshots certainly aren't easy ones to land, and they do a hell of a lot of damage, not just of pushing people away, but potentially finishing them off if their helmet's been knocked down. I was going to
say, you pop the helmet off, that's a one shot below, that's going to be taken out. But once again, great result for BetterLuckNxTime, and hopefully they can continue it on. Again, we can see these points climbing up. Leaderboard will get even crazier.
Well, they may have got used to Erangel, but it's only 1 game of Erangel today. It's Miramar for 2 maps in a row. Don't go anywhere, though, guys. We're going to a break, as always, and then the games will be coming right up. Can Tempest continue on the momentum they've had from last week? And will BetterLuckNxTime be able to secure another win? We'll be finding out soon.